Hello and welcome to the vacuum of false intellect. Welcome to the Whenever You Watch It show, coming at you live. Well, okay, it's not live, coming at you weekly. Except it's only been weekly like once. But welcome nonetheless. Haha, it's like a football signing. Welcome nonetheless. This is supposed to be me holding up a shirt. I don't know why I did that. It's like I'm trying to double fist bump somebody. Social distancing. Anyway, welcome nonetheless. Weird name, but we don't judge here. Some call me Simon Cowell. If Simon Cowell judged names as opposed to randomers jumping about, eating fire and doing impressions of Simon Cowell to Simon Cowell's face because haha, it's very funny. It's brave because he's right there. Oh, what a daredevil. Incredible. Anyway, now that that weird rant is over, let's begin, shall we? Actually, don't answer that. This one may be a little shorter. Come on, get your height jokes in. Anyway, the length might be a little less. Okay, don't comment on that one either. Duration? No. Oh, god damn it. Anyway, yeah, I know it's been over 2 weeks since the last one, but I've been feeling awful, so yeah, haven't really been able to trudge through this process like the last few, but yeah, well, lucky you. So, what's been going on? Well, to begin with, there's been a load of conspiracy theories surrounding 5G masks and the effects they could be having on us, linking them to the creation and subsequent breakout of the coronavirus. Long story short, it's bullshit. Like, of course it's a lie. Nothing about that screamed legitimate from the start. Yet people lost their minds. You can't lose what you never had, but... Funnily enough, there was also a thing where someone posted a picture online of a circuit board that's had COVID-19 printed on it, which is apparently taken from a 5G mast, you know, just to keep the fire burning. Again, load of shit. The circuit board was actually taken from an old Virgin Media TV box, which is fitting really, because anyone making up and believing this must be a massive virgin. Scientists have identified a coronavirus mutation, which they say means a more contagious strain of the coronavirus has been sweeping the US and Europe. This strain can also seemingly reinfect people who've already had the virus and built up antibodies against it. One lab in the US suggested that the mutated strain currently dominating the world could actually be different to the one that initially spread. But there is good news coming out from all of this. People are bored, so they're trying to find different and creative ways to fill time. And the way they're doing it, apparently, I wasn't there firsthand to see it, is to piss their pants. Literally just pissing their pants. I don't know how else to describe that. There was a New York Post article about it, and I only read the headline because, I mean, I didn't really want to see what else was in there. The headline was enough for me. To be honest, what I really wanted to just avoid was those videos. I'd really hate to stream them, you know, because water and, like, the piss just dribbling down the legs. Moving on. In other news, the president's an idiot. Well, didn't see that one coming. Neither did he, I bet, since he looks at that fucking eclipse. Anyway, President Donald Pinocchio with a god complex, Trump, showed off his amazing intellect and huge brain at a recent visit to a Ford ventilator factory by wearing goggles, but not a mask, to a place that literally littered in signs saying that masks are required. So that's cool. Protect your eyes from anything flying off, but not your body from a virus that's killing 100,000 people you vowed to protect. Nice. That makes many senses. His aides at the facility didn't even wear goggles, let alone a mask. It's so incredibly strange that out of a group, however small, Trump is the one most protection-centered. I bet Stormy Daniels will be surprised. Maybe she wouldn't. I'm not her rep. Although I'm sure it'll be an interesting job. The rep, I mean. Anyway. Some actual good news coming out of this whole pandemic is, you know me, ever the optimist, is that CO2 emissions have fallen to a level not even achieved during recessions or wars during the last 100 years. I mean, it's astonishing, but not entirely surprising. Still, it's positive. You're so welcome, guys, for the phenomenal ray of sunshine that is me in this video. Sunshine, by the way, is something I've not seen in 84 years. Sometimes it was sunny in my Madden game. Does that count? Not too sure, but I mean, either way, that game made me want to throw myself out of a high-rise window, so I had to delete it, so I mean... Ah yes, Tom Donald, the ray of sunshine. Well, that lasted long. No jokes allowed there, come on. Be sensible. Alright, I think I'm done talking about the coronavirus for today. Told you this will be a short one. What else is there to talk about quickly? Okay, actually wait, there's one more thing. We had the hottest day of the year so far the other day, and people went to Southend and fucking packed out the beaches. Like there's there's not even jokes here, just like, what the fuck are they doing, man? It's unbelievable. Actually, no, scratch that. It's very believable that people are ridiculously stupid and selfish with no regard for others and no respect for the workers who are tasked saving people from arrogance and incompetence. Cause of infection, got a little bit toasty. This is the same thing as in America, where you see people going to church and having mass gatherings, whatever, and then it turns out like a large percentage of those people ended up testing positive for the virus. It's so infuriating. Like, do you not see what's happening around you? Or do you just not care because it hasn't happened to you? How about for the time being, you treat these other people outside your household as if they've got it themselves, instead of the reality, which is of them being likely healthy. Err on the side of caution. I'm sorry this part isn't funny or anything, it's just me getting angry, but, I mean, you can make a very good case that the rest of it isn't funny either, but just give me this one. So, what else we got here? Yes, we have former Seattle Seahawks and current Baltimore Ravens free safety Earl Thomas in the news. And before people think I'm going to drone on about the NFL, no. Earl Thomas made news because he was found out to be cheating on his wife in an orgy with his brother. Then his wife tracked them down through his Snapchat and brought her sister and her best friend to the rental home they were at. She then pulled out a gun and pointed it at his head with, quote, intent to scare him. She said she took out all the mags, but didn't seem to realise that there was still a round left in there. Earl managed to get the gun away from her after she hit him a few times, with the police eventually being called and Nina, his wife, and her little entourage all being arrested. Now, Earl Thomas's response after this was to say, stuff like this happens. Stuff like this happens. We try to live the best life we possibly can, but sometimes it doesn't go as planned. Incredible. All this and he's like, yeah, no big deal. We move. Absolute madness. Or as Earl Thomas would call it, normality. Anyway, what else? Andrew McCarthy, a former United States attorney, tweeted out this. I actually wore a bandana covering my face, nose down to go to the bank today. Whole time I'm thinking, I've convicted people on less evidence than this. Nice job, Andy, buddy. Congratulations. You played yourself. Then there was Todd Starnes, a far-right columnist and Fox News radio host, being a moron as well. Who's surprised? Survey says... fucking nobody. Hey. He also tweeted out, dropped by a department store to buy a toaster oven, mandatory hand sanitizer, squirt and mask, one-way aisles, and if you deviate from the approved zone for customers, they sternly lecture you. The country as we know it has been destroyed. Yeah, well, fucking good. The country as you knew it was aiming for unattainable levels of freedom that created actual oppression. Not this kind of fake oppression which is actually for yours and everyone else's benefit, I might add. Don't think for a second this is taking away your rights, when it's actually to prevent the spread of a deadly virus which you, as a 62-year-old man, should be fucking afraid of yourself. I just wanted to give a quick message directly to the people protesting lockdowns and closures of public places. Congrats on being a fucking dumbass. Some people protest the closure of a gym by just working out outside it as a group. What are you doing? You are not making the point you think you are. You're showing that you don't need the gym to be open because you can still work out outside it. Great fucking job. Jeez. That's it from me. That's all I got. Remember, stay alert. In a bit.